Here with me today is no other person than Oscar James, and Oscar is one of the persons who has made a great contribution to calypso music here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's a real pleasure for me to, you know, have met with him, and so we can have this little discussion here today. How are you, Oscar?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm happy in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Well, I know you're one of the persons who actually got stuck, you know, during this pandemic time,
That's
right?
that's
And
true.
what have you been doing since you're here and, you get stuck? I know you love your music. What have you been doing?
I've been taking care of some of my personal business, and I ran into some very good musicians from King Dreads in Greg's. And every Saturday we have been meeting and jamming, like we say. And we've been jamming some of my music, some of their music, some Bob Marley, various music across the board.
Okay, you tell me about some of your music, right? So I know that you have had also some hit songs, right? Maybe you can tell the people what some of your music are.
Well,
What are some of
I'm
your...
a founding member of the Afrotusos group. I guess
Okay.
a lot of folks heard about the Afrotusos band. And I wrote two songs for them, Babylon Dread, which was one of the songs that a lot of people like, and Feeling and Emotion, which I've been featuring a lot still. And currently people still remember, like in the Calypso business, I did Fun Time Again, and people remember me for those music. And presently, I have a new CD out called Vision. It's on YouTube, and it's on sale at www.cdbaby/CD Oscar James and the Ravers. I have tracks on it like Wingate Park, which people love a lot at Wingate Park in Brooklyn. A lot of my friends there. I have one called Conquer Day. Conquer Day. The music is made up of R&B, reggae, and soca. That's one of my favorite tracks on it. And I have one called Taxman. I have two versions of Taxman. One a calypso version, and or soca you'd like to say, and one a reggae version.
Okay. So you actually been doing very well in the music business, man.
Well, music. I
You
play music all my life.
right? Because you were saying you were telling me about After Two Souls, right?
Yes.
And let's go back into history. Can you tell me some the names of some of those band around that time when you were playing? I mean, like you have After Two Souls. Tell me some of the other bands that you can
I call it
remember.
the golden age of music.
Okay.
We had bands in those days like Climax, we had Asterix, we had Revolution, um, Musical Flames. Some of those are some of the
And what in Georgetown, in the Georgetown area? After Two Souls and what?
and Maguire's.
Oh, and Maguire's. Those were
When
the
we
two
came
in
on the scene,
Georgetown.
yeah, Maguire's was from Georgetown.
Okay.
But it wasn't too long after we came on the scene, the the group went asunder, Maguire's.
Okay. So what do you think about the music that have been playing now compared to the music from long ago?
Well, music have been taking a paradigm. In There's been a shift in music. For instance, bass lines are different, drum beats are different, and people tend to phrase music differently now, as opposed to long time. The way that we phrase music and play music, but it's all good because it's a new generation. People
New
come, people go, new
generation.
generation gap. So I would embrace the music, except for some of it like the jump and wave. I don't really go so much for jump and wave music, but it's good that music have been evolving. It's a good thing.
Well, thanks very much for sharing your experience with me. It's really nice that we can actually sit and talk, about our culture. What you think generally on the music industry on a whole. I mean, when it comes to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the young artists and the different way in which music have been playing on the radio I don't know, what's your aspect on that particular?
Well, my observation is a lot of the young artists now have been featuring, and the radio personalities have been featuring a lot of the young artists now, which I accept that because I'm an older guy now, even though my music
Young
is,
and still looking good,
even
right?
still my music is still being played, but you know, like I
Okay.
said already, it's a generation gap, so the young guys have to get their chance, just as how we had our chance, you know. But we would like to still hear some of our own our music.
Your music
So
playing.
the radio personality, I would still like you to remember Oscar James and give me some of your play.
That's right. Before we wrap it up, any advice you would actually like to give to the young people out there
I
in
would,
terms of the music,
in terms
actually?
of the music, if you really love music, just don't get yourself stuck into one vein of this jump and wave and this one bass line. Just don't stick into that vein. Learn to play a variety of instruments, learn to read, and spread your wings in music. Write variety of songs, not
Okay.
calypso music alone. Write reggae, write
Right.
R&B,
Okay.
and all
Okay.
such.
Well, guys, you heard it from the man Oscar James himself. Thank you very much for spending this time with me, and I hope that everything work out fine for you, so that eventually you can get back home safely to your family.
I,
All the best,
I
and
appreciate that.
thanks for the great contribution that you have been making
You're
to
welcome,
the
and
music. Okay,
thanks for the interview.
you're welcome, Oscar. All right.